Hey, Tariq. Hey, Tariq, how you doing? I'm good. Hey, Brilliant. Happy Saturday, y'all. How are you doing? How are you doing? How y'all doing today on this Saturday evening? Oh my goodness, y'all, little bird. Y'all know I hate that. I hate that. I wonder what happened to him. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. And you know what? I wonder if he's still alive because I don't know. He looked like he was just, maybe that was the wind just kind of blowing him. I know, Brilliant. I hate that. Tariq says hello. Brilliant spoke to Tariq. Tariq says he appreciates you, Brilliant. Yeah, Brilliant. That was like, you know, I just hate to see that. I wasn't, you know, I'm like, he didn't look like um, he'd been bumped by a car, hit by a car, but you never know because birds are so fast. Birds are so fast. But sometimes they do fly into things, so maybe that happened and maybe he was able to get to that little side over there. So y'all see the title, we're talking about mind games. I think we talked about this a little bit earlier this week. Since it is Saturday, we're still in the previous week. Not the previous week, the current week. Tomorrow, Sunday, starts a new week. So right now we're at the end of this week, the current week. So I think we talked about that I think we talked about it. I can't really remember what day, but we talked about some games that, stimulate the mind, games that help you to focus better. So did you guys ever name anything? I think we did. Like name some games that you guys play or some activities that you guys participate in that help increase and stimulate the mind. So I think that was the day. Yeah, we did. I think that was the day I talked about Sudoku puzzles, Sudoku puzzles. I say Sudoku. I think it's Sudoku. We talked about that. Yeah, what about that Rubik's Cube? Do y'all think that the Rubik's Cube is a good way to? I think it has over like 40 plus patterns, maybe even 40 plus, I guess 40 plus ways that you could potentially correctly fix a Rubik's Cube. But even though it has maybe so many different ways that you can fix it and get all of the colors to align, each side of the cube has its all yellow, all red, all green, all blue. Even though you can do that, back when they first came out, you guys remember how long it took to correctly fix a Rubik's Cube? Hello, I hit the thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate you, servant. I appreciate you. Tariq says, "Stay safe, Brilliant." That's right. Stay safe, Brilliant. What's going on? Is this some inclement weather your way, Brilliant? Okay, let me look. Tariq, I'm gonna post a short later of the weather here today. It's thundering, lightning, hailing, and pouring rain. Welcome to Seattle. Shaking my head. Oh yes, post that, Brilliant, so we can see what's going on in your area. Stay safe. Stay safe. Please stay safe. So you guys, what about chess? Chess is a good game. Um, what games have you guys played or heard of that you feel like may be great mind stimulating games? Of course, reading. We talked about some mind stimulating activities, and of course, reading is one of them. You know, reading is good for the mind. It's good for the soul. But other than reading, what are some other things that you guys do to help stimulate the mind, stimulate that mental part? the emotional, it also stimulates your emotional well-being as well. You know, tell me some games, specifically games, but you can tell me any activity that you do that helps to stimulate your thought processes, stimulate the mind, that stimulate games that stimulate the mind. Because, you know, sometimes we get in a funk. Like we get in a funk, and it's not that you don't know things. Like, do you guys ever feel like you need to remember more? Or you need to, say if your memory's fine, but sometimes you just like can't remember what was the last place you put something, or you get off the phone with somebody, right? You guys have a conversation and you agree to do something this way, that way, or however, whatever way. And then you find yourself saying, let me call him right back. Let me call her right back because I want to be sure. You know, I want to be sure. Sometimes we don't give that a second thought. And we just think that we just forgot. We weren't paying attention. We didn't latch on to what was being said. I think sometimes just mind exercises can help fix some of that stuff. Mind exercises, things like jigsaw puzzles, you know, things that you need both sides of the brain to do, you know, the left and the right. There are certain activities that you use your right side of the brain more for, and there are some activities you use the left side of your brain more for. Have you guys ever heard of that left-handed people are more creative? Tell me, I'm sure you've heard that, but do you believe that? So I'm sure you've probably heard that, but do you believe it? Tariq says he loves chess. Matching games. That's so true, Tariq. Matching games. Matching games are great for stimulating the mind. Matching games. It really gets you. I even think like the simple games, like even something as simple as Connect Four. As simple as Connect Four. And some of the games are so inexpensive. Like some of the games are so inexpensive. Servant, welcome in, King. If you are a father, happy Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day. Hey, AJ. Hey, AJ, finding the mate games. Okay, finding the mate games. Okay. The Rumicube, things like that. That game that it deals with tiles. It moves fast, but it deals with tiles. So, you know, you have to figure out the tiles. I don't play it. I haven't played it in a long time, but I have friends who often get together and play it, and they have a blast. And it causes you, it forces you to focus. Okay, it forces you to focus. And sometimes I think when we think that, or we feel like we're getting forgetful, just can't remember certain things, or maybe this is how it goes a lot of times. Somebody tells you something like right now, and as soon as you hang up the phone, or as soon as you walk away, you're like, you can remember what they told you, but not all the details. But then, not all the details, but as soon as you call them back, or you turn around to ask them, it comes right back to you. It comes right back to you. So have you guys, I know you guys have probably had that moment. Some of us may have had those moments more than others, but I think you guys know what I mean. Like we could be talking right now, or you just lose your train of thought. Sometimes we lose our train of thought because something catches our attention, but sometimes we lose our train of thought because our minds are racing. So name some games that, you know, kind of keep you calm, that kind of keep your mind from racing, and they kind of help you focus. Hold on one second, y'all. Y'all, let me tell you something. I don't want to laugh, but if y'all heard that music, if you could only see the car that it was coming from, I'm like, oh my God. If you could only see the car that it was coming from, y'all, the system in the car is about to shake the car, okay? It's about to shake the car. I'm like, when your music is that strong and your car looks like that, maybe Unless that's just your play car or something, maybe we need to rethink some things. When your car is moving like the wind is shaking it, but it's really, look at that purple. I guess that's purple. It's pretty. Y'all know I love to stop at that. It's pretty. I don't know what color it is. It looks like a purple to me. But you guys know how they have all these elaborate names now for the colors. But it basically the colors in the purple family, the red family, the blue family, the yellow family, the green family. But they have all these different elaborate names for them. Let's see. Tariq says, I know of plenty of projects that'll keep you on your feet. Yeah, share the names of them, Tariq. Share the names of them. My short-term memory needs prayer. Shaking my head. And brilliant. It is so strange because sometimes it's like the person can walk away from you, right? And you're like, dang, what else did he say? Or what else did she say? And as soon as you turn around or you pick up the phone to call them back, you're like, oh, my bad. I remember. Mind stimulating exercises can help with some mental mind stimulating exercises. AJ says, go Lions Pride, girl, you be on it. Yeah, AJ, gotta be a lifestyle. Okay? We gotta be, it's a lifestyle. You guys, don't feel like you have to do things a certain way or you have to do it like the next person. Just go at your own pace. Set your own goals, okay? Set your own goals, go at your own pace, and you'll be more satisfied when you do it that way. Okay? People can motivate you, of course. That's the goal over here, to motivate people to get up and move. Get up and move your legs, keep them moving. Move those legs 30 minutes each day consistently. Okay? Non-stop. Try to have put a pep in your step, okay? Put a pep in your step. But do it however you can do it. Just as long as you're moving for 30 minutes, non-stop, at least 5 days per week. If you're just starting out, of course, we know to always check with our healthcare provider, be it your primary care doctor, your physician's assistant, your nurse practitioner, your nutritionist, so that they can help you with the diet part. Because over half of it, believe it or not, it's all about diet. Because a lot of times people get up and they just go full throttle with the exercising, knowing full well they aren't ready to change those eating habits, okay? They aren't ready to change those eating habits. So I'm guilty of that. So I'm to the point where, dieting isn't for everybody. Sometimes people say that dieting doesn't work. I think dieting can work, okay? Once you diet and you exercise and you get yourself to where you want to be, you don't have to continue to diet though. But you got to make sure that you're being loyal to yourself, okay? Loyal to yourself, loyal to the plan. Once you get it down, if weight loss is your goal, you have to stick with the plan, okay? You have to stick with your plan. You can enjoy what you eat. You can cook things. Hey, sometimes it's all in the way you cook. It's all in the way you cook. You can still enjoy those favorite foods. And a lot of times it's not that the food isn't so healthy, it's the way that we cook it isn't healthy, right? It's the way that we cook it often isn't healthy, okay? So we want to use those olive oils, grapeseed oil, avocado oils. Use those type oils when you saute your food, okay? Some people use peanut oil. I'm not too high on peanut oil, but if you're gonna fry a turkey or something like that, maybe peanut oil is the better way to go. But look, vegetable oil is not too bad. It's just that when you put it all in these deep pots and deep pans and you want to fry, okay, you want to fry. That's when it's bad, when you want to fry. Okay, switch it up. You gotta switch it up. Okay, we gotta trick the body. See, this is what I do when I'm at home. You see these steps? When I'm at home, I just break out and start doing something else, right? Because we want to trick the body. We want to work the body. We want to trick the body. We want to work the body. We want to trick the body. Work the body. Trick the body. Work the body. Trick the body. See? You got to switch it up. You got to trick the body. When it comes to, you got to trick yourself sometimes, okay? Okay? When you hit those plateaus, you got to switch it up, okay? Trick your body. Work your body. Make sure you don't hurt nobody. Okay? Let's see. Hey, Albert. Hey, Albert. How you doing, Albert? You in here early today? I love it when Albert gets here early. Hold on, y'all. Okay. It was that same car, y'all. That same car. That's a hey, Key Kitchen. Welcome into the chat. How you doing? Hey, love to travel with Wave. Hey, girl. Hey. How you doing? I'm glad to have y'all in the chat today. Okay. I've missed you, Wave. Key Kitchen. How you doing, Key Kitchen? And you guys, Key Kitchen has done a premiere. Go over there and check it out, okay? Check out Love to Travel with Waves channel, okay? I promise you, you'll enjoy it. I promise you, you will. It's Chef Finest Wine in here. Happy Saturday, bro. Happy Saturday, bro. See, just like you have to trick your body when it comes to weight training, you know, strength training, that weight resistance training. It's good to switch it up with your cardiovascular, okay? It's good to switch it up with your cardiovascular. As you guys know, there are a plethora of things that you can do. I name about 11 or 12 every live. Okay? Walking is one that's just easy for a lot of people. Skipping, jumping rope, hula hooping. Okay? Get out of hula hoop, y'all. Get that waist to working. Pull out a hula hoop and get that waist to working. Your treadmill, okay? Your bicycle, your stationary bike, your elliptical, okay? Swimming, okay? Mountain climbing, dancing. One of the easiest ones there is, dancing, okay? Get up and move. Do something, keep moving. Hold up, y'all. So get up and move. Look at the legs move, okay? Let the legs motivate you to get up and keep moving. Move. I know we do our day-to-day activities, but we want to move, 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 move. Look at the legs, look at the feet, look at the legs move. Look at the legs move. Hopefully they motivate you to get up and move. Okay? Do something a little bit different. Once you get used to what your routine is, implement change. Implement change. Because believe me, you will plateau. You will plateau. Look at Chef says, hey, Wave. Hey, I love to travel with Wave. Much love. AJ says she needs to learn to swim and teach my kids because they love water. I love water too. I do too. Hey, Angel Eyes. Hey, Donna, how you doing? Line Surprise stopped to say hello. I have been at Juneteenth all day. I'm hot, tired. I'm about to take a shower and go to bed. Look, won't those Juneteenth festivities wear you out? They will wear you out. I attended some earlier and it was so much fun. So much fun. Chef says, hey, Angel. Hey, Angel with the heart. Chef, what you been doing today, bro? What you been doing on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday? I hope it's beautiful where you guys are. Brilliant is having some storms in her area. So we're praying that Brilliant and her family are safe. Okay? Brilliant, stay safe. And guys, move. You see what I'm saying? You can just do this. Do this. Use the curb. Use the curb. Use the curb. Use the curb. Okay? Use the curb. 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 Just move. 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 This will make those legs burn, okay? Move. It's almost like a step. Move. Okay? Plant the heel, whole foot. Okay? Heel, whole foot. Move. 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 See how many times you can do it. When it starts to hurt, keep going. Let those legs burn. Let them burn. Okay? Let those legs burn. When we get back to the steps, we're going to do it again. Okay? We're going to do it again. Tariq says it's a sauna, y'all. It's a sauna where you are, Tariq. I bet. And y'all, but the thing about it is, it's not summer yet. It's not officially summer yet. Okay, we got about another week to go of spring. Then it'll be summer. Now, There is some good news. You know, good news is that we're here, okay? Good news is when you realize that you're here, okay? Be thankful for all things, okay? Okay? Be thankful for all things, for they make you who you are. Okay? A lot of things will make you stronger. A lot of obstacles will make you stronger. We're talking about mental games, okay? Mind games. Sometimes some of the things that we go through are mind games. So just like we talked about the Rubik's Cube, the Rubik's Cube, chess, jigsaw puzzles, those things will increase your mental stamina. Like we do the Let's Walk and Talk lives every day. We skip a day here or there, but we do them every day to stimulate someone to get up and move their legs. Look at the legs move, okay? Look at the legs move. But we need to also learn things that stimulate the mind. Yeah, Brilliant is amazing. Brilliant says, Angel, here's my beautiful sis. You made my eyes leak yesterday. Oh, I love you so much, sis, and appreciate you a lot. Angel says, that's what I'm talking about. It's going fast. Y'all, I like it when it's going so fast. I got to stop and pause and start looking. Because that means you guys are developing relationships. Okay? You're developing relationships, kinships. And that's what I feel like these apps were meant to do. They were meant to bring people together to network in some form or fashion. Okay? Whether it be business, friendships, just simply, you can call it YouTube ships. Okay? Because you have to be careful about who you call friend. Okay? You have to be careful about who you call friend. And there's nothing wrong with saying and acknowledging that. Okay? AJ says, I love the connection we found and built. Yes, definitely, definitely. Chef says, what you do today? Just attended a Juneteenth festival, a big cookout in a really big park. Just watch the kids do some things, watch some people. They had like a spoken word contest. They had an art competition. They had a singing contest. And they just had a few people just come along and to just educate not only the young people, but educate everybody, you know, on what happened as relates to Juneteenth. It was so much fun, y'all. It was so much fun. So, you know, get to know other people's history. Get to know other people's culture. I welcome all the time people from the Philippines, from Europe, Africa. I always welcome anybody in, as long as they come in with a good attitude, as long as they come in and it's positive vibes, as long as they come in looking to motivate, encourage, uplift, because after all, that is that's what the copyright says, right? Okay, educational, informational, entertainment purposes only. And that's what we can do. We can do all of those things and form kinships, relationships, and bonds as we do so. Will everybody be everybody's cup of tea? No, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you just have to go a different way, and guess what? Sometimes, believe it or not, you find your way back. It's just like life. We got the steps again. All you gotta do is do these 3. It doesn't take many, y'all. Just find you a set of steps, okay? Find you a set of steps. Work that body. Work that body. Make sure you don't hurt that body, okay? Down and up. Down. This is working those quads and those glutes, okay? Those quads and those glutes, okay? Those hamstrings, okay? Work them, work them, work them, work them. Help those knees. Help those knees create more synovial fluid. Help those knees so that it can help you when Arthur gets to acting up, if you have Arthur. Okay? Okay? You can find any place to work out. Okay? Trick your body. Trick your body. My body didn't expect to do that today. Okay? We did the same regular old routine, but in my workout, I changed up. It was time to change up. Sometimes we plateau. And when we plateau, we must change up. All right? When we plateau, you just change it up. It's just your body saying, okay, I'm tired of doing that. Let's do something else. Okay. Here comes the noise, y'all. Hold on. Okay, that noise is like nature. It's like a part of nature, right? You just got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. Okay? Before you guys get started and whatever you do, warm up. Warm up, stretch. Warm up and stretch. Okay? Do a few static stretches. Okay? It just depends on what your body likes. You can do 30 seconds, you can do a minute. Some people hold their stretches for 3 to 4 minutes. But do what helps you to feel better. Okay? Thank you, Brilliant. Yes, Lion's Pride. Okay. Watch Lion's Pride's legs move. We hope it encourages you to get up and move your own. Okay? Watch those legs move. Move, I said. Keep those legs moving. Keep moving for 30 minutes consistently. If you can't do 30, do 15. So you can slowly work up to 30, okay? If you can't do 15, do 10. But I'm not going to tell anybody to do less than that. You know, if it's a start, hey, do 5. If it's a start and you're consistent with it, do 5. Because best believe, if you do 5, you'll want to do 10, okay? You'll want to do 10. So I don't like to tell people to do anything less than 10 minutes. I really don't like to tell people to do anything less than 15. I really don't. To me, 30 is golden. 30 is golden. Not only because you can get so many reputable sources who will recommend 30 minutes each day, 5 days a week, which ends up being 150 minutes, consistent, nonstop movement. Okay? Hold on, let me see if the ambulance will go by. Okay, it's not as loud now. We're going to say a prayer right now that wherever that ambulance is heading, whoever that ambulance is headed to, that they will be all right, okay? That they will be okay. They're going to be all right, okay? Happy Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day to everyone, to every father, to everyone who has served as a father, a stepfather, a grandfather. You know, sometimes people look to their father, to their grandfather, because their father may not be around for some reason. There could be any reason. We won't say what reasons, but sometimes with the grace of God, you have your father, okay? And even when your father is in your life, isn't it nice to have uncles, older cousins who act like father figures for you? Because sometimes your father may not be around, right? What if your uncle is on the field trip with you and your cousin? Say your auntie's husband, all right? Your mother's brother-in-law. Say dad couldn't go on the trip, okay? Say dad just couldn't get off work. They said, nah, you've taken a couple of days, you can't get off work. So guess what? Your cousin who is in the same grade with you is going on the same trip. His dad will be there. And guess what? If he's the right type of family member and the right type of person at all, he's going to look out for you, okay? He's going to look out for you just like he knows that your dad would look out for you, and like he knows that your dad would look out for his son, okay? That can be an uncle-in-law, okay? It can be a neighbor. It could be a neighbor. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers and all those who've taken on the role as father, okay? Happy Father's Day to any father who is within, and listen, whoever can hear me, happy Father's Day. You know, if you don't get along with your father, hope. There is hope, okay? There is hope. There is hope. There is hope. Work on it. Work on it. Just like we said about Mother's Day. If you don't get along with your mother, there is hope. Work on it. Tariq says he doesn't live in the same city as his family. Okay, I got you. Let me go up a little bit. Thank you, Brilliant, for welcoming people in. Thank you, my Chef Finest Wine Bro, for coming in. And guys, don't forget, Chef Finest Wine is a part of a competition, okay? The Carla Hall Presents Favorite Chef. If you haven't voted for him today, most of you guys know what I'm talking about because we are trying to get him to #1, okay? So if you have not voted for him today, please make your way to his community tab Chef Finest Wine, go to my community tab, go to Brilliance community tab. If you don't see it at the top, scroll a little bit and you'll see it. Okay, you'll see the link. You click on that link and it'll take you to the correct place to vote. It'll be Facebook. So if you don't have Facebook and you know someone who does, then use their Facebook. Ask them if they don't mind, if you could use your Facebook to vote for Chef Finest Wine. I would greatly appreciate it, and I know he would appreciate it, okay? Let's help each other when we can, okay? Let's help one another when we can. When we can and where we can. It's James Money 615 in here, because I hear somebody saying, hey to James. Have a good night, Angel. Thank you, Chef. Oh yeah, Angel did say she had to get out of here. Angel is tired, okay? So if Angel is leaving, guess what? Angel is tired. But that's a good thing. She had fun at those Juneteenth festivities. Okay, so Angel, get in that shower, get you some rest. Hey, get you some good sleep. And hey, start it over. This beautiful thing is called life. Start it over. Okay? That is my prayer for each and every one of us. Start it over. And again, what do we want to do? Move. Okay? Look at the legs move. Move consistently. Look at the legs move. Look at the legs move. Keep those legs moving. Keep those arms moving. Okay? Put a little twist in your step. Work that waist as you walk. Okay? Work that waist as you walk. Uh-oh, y'all. Get horns blowing when I work that waist. Yeah. Y'all heard the horn, right? You get the horns blowing when you work the waist. Put a little twist in your step, okay? Put a little pep in your step. Make it brisk. Make it brisk, okay? Make it count. You want it to count. When you get tired, slow down and or stop. Don't force yourself to keep going. Don't try to keep up with the next person. When you get tired, stop. Oftentimes, I have a family member walking with me, okay? She's gotten to the point where she leaves me. She leaves me, y'all. She leaves me. So, when you get tired, make sure you slow down and you stop. Listen to what your body is telling you, okay? And we're talking about those mind games. When you can't remember what somebody said just a few seconds ago and you turn around and walk off and you got to go right back. And then as soon as you say, hey, what did you say? It comes back to you. Listen to your mind. Start working on some mind games to increase that focus. Increase the way you focus. It helps the way you retain information. Those games will help the way you retain information, okay? Hello, Veronica. Hi, AJ says happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the chat. Blessings to you all. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. Look at Albert. Albert, are you getting up and you walking? Brian says, AJ, same here. Been strained since my mother passed. Oh, never disrespectful to him. And do love him. Just stubborn, as you said. And currently out of ideas and efforts to keep that flame going. Oh, it's going to work, Brilliant. It is going to work. It's going to work. It may take some time. And I know that it's probably been, there has been some time. But sometimes that's just how it is. It takes time. And sometimes out of the blue, it just comes to you. Something you should do or you can do. Or it'll come to the other person, to him, whether it's your father, your mother, your sibling, your cousin. Something will come to you. And it'll reveal itself to you what you should do to better that relationship. And sometimes nothing really happens. Nothing is really revealed because the love is there. Sometimes it just has to work out. Okay? Sometimes it just has to work itself out. AJ says, yes, Brittany, I had to stop. It was messing me up mentally and physically. Yeah. It's easy for us to say, what do I say over here all the time? Oftentimes things are easier said than done, right? Easier said than done. So it's easy to tell someone to get up and do something, It's easy to say, oh, it's going to be okay, it's going to work out. But the work has to happen. The work has to happen. And then again, sometimes if the work doesn't happen, things just work out. Sometimes you can't even explain it. Sometimes you can't even explain it. Things just work out. So however it happens, I hope that at the end of the day, the outcome is a good outcome, okay? The outcome is a good outcome. At the end of the day, hopefully everything turns out okay. Will things be perfect? No. But when things work out and they get better, what we have to do is build on the better. Okay? We have to build on the better. If you have had a strainful relationship with someone and you finally, whether it's a family member, a friend, a co-worker, heck, even an enemy, even an enemy, sometimes you get to a point where one of you gets tired. And it's not even about being the bigger person. It's just about if you're going to have some type of regular contact with that person, or say, for instance, you don't really have to have regular contact. This is like a family member, but you should. Family should love on each other. Family should get along. Family should have contact with each other. So if it comes a point where, okay, you're tired of ignoring each other at the family events. If it's a coworker, you're tired of ignoring each other every day at work, having that awkward feeling where don't say anything unless it's work related. You don't have to be buddies or best pals. But at some point, I think you'll feel much better when you can at least cordially say hello. Some people who work together, y'all can't stand each other, okay? So when they come to work, they don't speak, they don't say anything other than what they need to say for work. And sometimes that's the way you have to be with some people, okay? You can't let people drain you. Sometimes you have to be that way with people. But you'll know. You'll feel those who, well, maybe we can't really get along, but they're not somebody I just dislike so much till I can't say hello. They're not somebody I just dislike so much that I can't accept a hello from them. You know, maybe you're so mad at first and they decide to speak to you. They decide to say, well, I'm going to be the bigger person, even though it's not always about being the bigger person. It's just about being stress-free, okay? But say that in their mind, they say, I'm going to be the bigger person. And they speak to you. And you ignore them. And you look across your shoulder like, come again? Say who? Say what? And no, you don't speak. Now, there might come a time when you feel like you're ready to just release the stress. Now, some people will say, it's not stressful, I just don't think of them. Okay, cool. But if you're working together and you're working in a close environment, or your work environment it allows you to be close, it might come a time where you say hello. Now, if that person doesn't say hello back, you got to deal with that a little bit, because remember how you did them? But hopefully, once you've both gotten all that out of your system, you can come to a common ground, okay? And be able to enjoy just being able to talk to the people that you work with. I promise you, it'll make the work day better. It'll make the work flow better, okay? It'll make the work flow better. So do you have to be their friend? No. And you don't even have to come to that place. You don't. But sometimes if we wanna, when we're tense and we don't know why, it's not that you're afraid of somebody. It's not that you feel like, I gotta deal with them. Sometimes just releasing the negativity, just not even thinking of it as effort, it helps. It helps. It helps you release some tension. It helps remove stress. Okay? Brilliant says, I feel so much. Let me go up a little bit. We pray you are enjoying your time here today with us. Thank you, Brilliant. Leave your comment or two in the chat. We appreciate your time spent with us, yes, during this Let's Walk and Talk Live. And if you're up there looking down and don't want to drop down in the chat, how about drop down in the comment section, okay? When the live is over, drop down in the comment section. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. It's just like the thumbs ups. You don't have to, but I appreciate it, because that's not the only form of support, okay? You get the thumbs up, you get the view, you get the engagement in the chat, okay? And if you come with good intentions and good vibes, you develop relationships. It becomes a network. See, each content creator can have one, their own community, and then they can venture out into other communities. It's fine. But I feel like each of us, and many of us in this chat are content creators. We have a community and we enjoy each other, but we also we have to be individuals. We have an individual, just like we have that space on our own channels where we can be ourselves and just some individuality. There's nothing wrong with that. We each have a community on our own, on our channel. And then some of us, we go out, a lot of us, and we venture into other communities, right? And I say that to say this. Sometimes you get tired of being in other communities. So what do you do then? You go back to your channel. It's just like your home. It's your home base. You go back to your community, okay? So support who you can, when you can, how you can, in the way that you choose. And sometimes just go back. You want to just be at home. You just want to be at home. You ever heard that expression? I can remember my mother growing up saying, I don't want to be at everybody's house. She would say, I don't want to be at everybody's house. I have a house. I want to be at my own house. Okay? She taught us that. Our parents taught us that as kids. It's nice to share your lives with other people. It's nice to visit if you're welcome to visit. It's nice to welcome people into your domain. But sometimes you just want to go home. It's kind of like that feeling when you get off work. You know, you just want to go home. You want to chill. It doesn't mean anything. It means just what it is. You want to go home and be in your own home. And when you feel like socializing, then you venture back out into other communities. Okay? You go out just like going out with friends. Okay? And you guys remember, look at the legs move. Keep moving at least 30 minutes each day. If you can't do 30, think 20. If you can't do 20, think 15. Now, I don't like to drop below that. But hey, if you must, think 10. Think 10. Keep moving consistently. Move those legs, move those arms, move that body. Put a switch in your step. Work on that waist. Get you a hula hoop. Think I'm going to go over it again. You can skip, you can walk, you can jog, you can run. You can go mountain climbing if you can do that. You can use your stationary bicycle. You can get on your bicycle and ride around your neighborhood. You can use your treadmill. You can use your elliptical. Okay? You can get on up and dance. You can swim. Okay? Okay? You can jump rope. So we named 12 things, and I often name 10 to 12 things each live. Just giving you guys some examples. Okay? Some examples of some things to do. Okay? And before you do any of those things, I want to encourage you to always warm up. Because you know what I call it over here? It's my full course meal. Okay? My warm up is my appetizer. My workout is my entree. And my cool down is my dessert. And I often have 2 desserts. Y'all know. I get my second dessert when I come on here and I cool down with you guys. Okay? Okay? In your warm up, you want to stretch. You want to stretch. Okay? Stretch. Do a slight, if your workout is going to be the treadmill for that day, start out lightly on the treadmill. Get that heart rate up to the target heart rate. Don't overexert yourself. Do not overexert yourself, okay? If you don't know what your target heart rate is and you don't know how to figure it out, go by how your body feels, okay? Go by how your body feels. And then go into your exercise. Go into your exercise. And when you know your workout is almost done, start to slow down and to cool down. And once you cool down, you want to finish it the exact same way you started it. How do you want to finish it? With stretching. Stretching. Okay? Stretching. Okay? Stretching. And if you guys hear this stuff again, guess what? It's common knowledge that's not common. Okay? It's common knowledge that isn't always common. You need to hear it again in order to remember it. What do I say over here? We need to brand the brain. It's called branding. When you hear those commercials and they repeat the phone numbers over and over, you hear those jingles, it's called branding. Sometimes you need to hear things over and over, so nobody is upset that you hear the things over and over. You know, it's just the way that you say things. Have some originality. Okay? Have some originality. Originality is what makes each and every one of us us. It's what makes us exciting. It's what makes us boring. Okay? It's what makes us exciting. It can be what makes us boring, but it makes us uniquely us. Okay? Each and every one of us. It makes us uniquely us. Tariq says, if you really want to test your brain, do some tech projects, line. Some tech projects. Tech projects. I hear you, Tariq. Let me go back up. Let me go back. Look at Albert. Albert is always laughing. Albert, what? Albert, what are you on, Albert? What kind of high you on, Albert? Because you always laughing. Give us some of that in the chat. Okay, I think I started to go. I'm going to slow down a lot more and start looking, doing more reading. Because I see now where the conversation started with AJ. Okay. Let's see. My dad and I don't have a relationship, but I can't be the only one trying to make it work. Okay, but my dad and I know he loves me. But I love my dad and know he loves me. We're both just stubborn. See, we talked about that, AJ, before. I don't know if you and your dad are a lot alike. And it's not necessarily the case that people have to be so much alike, but oftentimes people who are a lot alike, they often clash. They often clash. But as you said, you know that he loves you. He knows that you love him. And that's the way it is for a lot of people. They often clash with family members, be it their mother, their father, their grandparents, their auntie, their uncles, their cousins, their siblings, their friends, their really close friends. And you'll think, well, how in the heck did they become friends? Opposites attract, but sometimes people, birds of a feather, flock together, right? So a lot of times when it comes to friends, yeah, you may be really opposite, but there was something that made you draw to each other, okay? Something that made you draw to each other, and after the first one or two big blow-ups, you realized that you were a lot different, but you still kept going back. You still kept going back to that friend. And that's probably one of the best friends you've ever had, right? So, yeah, sometimes we as people don't get along because we're so much alike. We're so much alike. But if it's someone that you truly love and they love you, hopefully you will work it out. Hopefully you guys will work it out. Hopefully you'll work it out. Let's see. Okay, I read that part with Brilliant and AJ. See how the conversation carried? When I was talking about the things I wanted to talk about, you guys were interacting with me, but you were also comforting and dialoguing with each other. That's what it's all about, conversing with each other. Okay, conversing with each other as well as with me. But if I'm a content creator and I'm just doing something and I just want you guys to come along with me, I appreciate the fact that you have conversation going on in the chat where you guys are being motivational, you're being encouraging, and you're uplifting each other. And what do I always say over here? The best way to encourage and motivate someone yourself is to encourage and motivate someone else. Does that mean being fake? No, you don't have to be fake. But I promise you, sometime when you're feeling at your worst emotionally and mentally, you probably don't even want anyone saying anything to you as far as trying to cheer you up. But just try this. Try talking to someone else who you see may be in a bad place. And the more you talk to that person and the more you motivate them, it'll start to apply to you. Okay? It'll start to apply to you. It'll start to apply to you. Let's see. Bree says, always a little awkward come Father's Day. However, don't want to pretend it doesn't. Shaking my head. Yeah, when you're having those issues with certain family members and certain friends, you know, times will be awkward. Times will be awkward. And sometimes things have happened between people where they'll never be as close as they used to be. But maybe they can still be close. And sometimes, especially if it's family, maybe you've never been as close as you would like to have been, but you can maybe be better. Okay? Sometimes people, it's so funny how sometimes people are really close, right? And then something happens and they forgive and hopefully forget, which we all know that that's hard to do, but they forgive and they attempt again, they try again. And it's like they just get this feeling where I still love him or her, and they probably feel the same way about you, but it's like it won't ever be the same again. But look at the flip side, y'all. Sometimes it's like your relationship has never really been all that anyway, okay? And then you really focus on working on it, and guess what? It becomes better. It becomes better than it ever was. So for all the times we say, oh, it'll never be the same like it was, think about those times where it can be better, okay? Think about those times where it can be better. Think about those times where it can be better. Brian says, watch Lion's Pride's legs move. We hope it encourages you to get up and move your own. Yes, move, move. Keep those legs moving. Move, move. Watch the legs, look at the legs move, and move your own, okay? For 30 minutes, non-stop, consistently, 5 days a week. And if you want to do 7, guess what? There's nothing wrong with doing cardio 7 days a week, okay? 7 days a week. It'll make you feel better on those times when you need to take a break, okay? Because you'll kind of feel like it's a job, but not a job, because you're working on you. So when you take that day or 2 off, you get you a little vacation, okay? How many of us love our jobs? I mean, I know there's a lot of us who hate our jobs, but a lot of us love our jobs. But we are due vacations sometimes. And so it feels good to get that day or 2 or a week or so off, right? It's the same way with exercising. Same way with exercising. You can love it, but you can also really enjoy the vacations, okay? Really enjoy the vacations. So look at the legs move. Watch my legs move. Hopefully they encourage you. Look at the legs. Look at the feet. Look at my legs. Look at my feet moving. Hopefully they will encourage you to move at a pace that suits you the way you feel, and that suits your goals, okay? That suits your goals. AJ says, yes, brilliant, telling everyone, but my dad, happy Father's Day, is kind of sad, but I pushed through it. Oh, I hate to hear that, AJ. It's going to get better. We're going to pray that it gets better, okay? We're going to pray that it gets better. Tariq says, my dog keeps me up. Albert, what are you putting in the chat? Okay, I'm going to be blunt with you, Albert, and let me tell you, a lot of times people don't like you when you get blunt, okay? If you spam my chat, you'll be blocked. I don't play games. And when I peep game, I peep game. And when people get mad at you because they do slick stuff, and then they call you the bad guy or the mean guy. So what I'm telling you is, we will block you out of the chat. We welcome you in, and we welcome the positivity. But we're too grown to be that silly, okay? So I don't know what's going on. AJ, I love when we share here. Yeah, because that's the goal. That should be the goal of social media, to share, to encourage, to uplift, to motivate, and not to tear people down. But even when you're doing those positive things, there are ways to do them the right way. Okay? There are ways to do them the right way so that you don't come off as, being out of place. Being out of place. So, again, if anybody who hears what I just said to Albert, I said what I said, and I meant what I said. I'm not mad at Albert. Okay, we as adults should be able to let other adults know when they're crossing boundaries. I get so tired of being on here and people having what should be an adult conversation with another adult, and that adult gets mad. If you're in someone's chat and you're doing something that they don't like, how are they supposed to handle that besides addressing you? Especially when they're not being disrespectful, but whatever act you did could come off as disrespectful, okay? So if you ever come off as disrespectful, I'm going to address you respectfully, but it is going to be in an adult way. It's going to be in an adult way, because some adults act like kids. You know how it is when you were a kid. You ever heard your mom or dad say you can't stand for nobody to say nothing to you? Some adults are like that. They can say whatever it is that they want to say to you, but you can't say what you need to say to them. Okay? And we don't have any babies around here, so nobody's gonna baby things up, but they're gonna talk to you respectfully, but they're gonna talk to you like an adult. We're gonna be respectful, but we're gonna be adults as well. Okay? And when I say respectful, that means speak to you as an adult, as a grown person, woman to woman, woman to man, man to man, man to woman. Okay? We don't have to baby people up. And don't get upset and angry when people talk to you like you're an adult, because you are an adult. Sometimes kids come through here. Every now and again, we get a couple of kids who will come through here, you know, and we respect them until they do something to be, you know, escorted on out about their way. But believe it or not, a lot of the kids accept things from us better than the adults. See, adults have a problem a lot of times having adult conversations with other adults. They just feel like the first thing they'll say, though, is, I'm grown, I can say whatever I want. Yes, you most certainly can, because you are grown. But when you're coming over into someone's platform, and yes, it's social media and it's public, but social media affords each of us a platform, you know, within the big platform. So when you go over into somebody else's house, platform, environment, neighborhood, be respectful, and be able to have an adult conversation without getting your panties in a bunch. Okay? Now if that person just starts to go off on you, that's a totally different scenario. We all should be kind to each other. We should be respectful to each other, and we should be able to accept adult conversation. What happened to Reek? Let's see. Tariq, when you say your dog keeps you up, do you mean like mentally, emotionally? Brilliant says, Albert isn't spamming. It was me this time. Says, what happened, Brilliant? Because I saw a lot of smiley faces. And that's one thing that a lot of people, they look at you funny when you say, don't spam my chat. You can go to any content creator. Not every, any. Small ones, big ones, those who are in between. And everyone won't say that, but you'll find quite a few that will tell you, do not put all those emojis in my chat, because YouTube looks like that is spamming the chat. And honestly, personally to me, I'm like, 2 or 3 emojis is okay, but emojis all the way across the phone, no. I mean, what is that about? Unfortunately, I can't talk to my dad anymore. Okay, Tariq, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. AJ says, I do too, because sometimes it can feel like I am the only one going through this. She says, sorry to hear that, Tariq. See, we're about bonding. Will everyone always agree? No. But can we find common ground a lot? Yes. Are there commonalities in the situations that we go through in life? Yes. We all have a different walk. Okay? We have a different journey. Okay? We have our own pathways. Valleys, mountains, hills, roadways, byways, streets, rivers. We do. We all have them. But sometimes we have some that are very, very similar to each other. Okay? We have some that are very, very similar to each other. And it's a good thing when you can come together and have a commonality amongst people you may never get to meet, but you can still be comfort. That's just like when they have those support groups, online support groups. Sometimes they've never met in person, probably won't meet in person, but they provide so much support to each other, Okay, we're cooling down to the cool down, right? So we're gonna go up the steps again, even though I shouldn't be doing this because this is a cool down, but it's nice. It's nice, okay? Thank you for that 6 thumbs up. I've been sitting on 5 the whole time. Now, if I had been in this live fussing about those 5 likes, I would have felt like we didn't accomplish anything, because I was too worried about how many people liked it. People show you that they support you by the thumbs, or not, by the comments, or not, by the shares, or not, by the dropping down in the chat or not, by the coming back when the live is over and commenting or not. There are so many ways to show, okay? So I try not to harp on one. I just appreciate the positive ways that you do show support. She's active, okay. What Lions Pride is saying is very true to those folks that agree disrespectful. Yes, folks that are disrespectful, right. My dog is active and she would get me up in the wee hours of the morning. Is she? And as for my dad, okay, 2019. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, Tariq. Albert, yes, I do. I know. My brother's Puerto Rican. Oh, my mother is Puerto Rican, and my mother only spoke Spanish. I am not fluent. Okay, okay. Sharing our truth in here always makes me feel human. Right. Okay, brilliant. But I speak both, just more in English and less in Spanish. Okay, see, look at that. Look at that. Some people would think that's not a big deal, but look at the conversation that Brilliant and Albert are having. So I'm Brilliant, what happened? Because if I said something and Albert feels like I'm fussing, I want him to know that I'm not. I wasn't fussing in the beginning. I was just asking him not to spam the chat. But when you said it was your fault, it made me curious to know what happened. Because he didn't do anything wrong when I spoke of that. Some people don't see that as wrong. You know, he just did something that I don't really like to happen in my chat. So I don't think he meant any harm. I was just letting him know. Because people have to understand, if you don't say what you feel, or then they'll never know. And you'll always be like, oh, I wish he wouldn't do that. Oh, I wish he wouldn't do that. Let people know how you feel. Okay? Don't get mad at people. Don't hate people for them letting you know how they feel. Okay? Tariq says he's good. Thanks for your concern, AJ. Okay, great. I felt horrible. I don't know what happened though, Brilliant. I just saw a lot of emojis. He had a lot of happy faces. So that's the part that I was talking about. I don't know what else happened. I was just talking about the emojis. Like, I don't mind 2 or 3 emojis. If you guys are ever in any other chats when you see people that have Nightbot, right? I don't know why Nightbot does this. I don't have Nightbot. But I do know that when you're in chats with Nightbot gives warnings to people that put a lot of emojis in the chat. So I don't know. I don't know anything about Nightbot. But I got a feeling that Nightbot knows something about YouTube that a lot of people don't know. That they don't like the chat being filled with all those emojis. Emojis are fine, but when it's like it's spam, when it looks like it's just excessive, then it starts to look like spam. So that's just the point about that. Nothing extra huge or big. It's just that it looks like spamming to the platform. Yes, AJ, praying for Tariq's continued strength. Okay, Tariq says, I speak both languages too, just more English than Spanish, but I am fluent in Spanish. Okay, that's good. That's great. Because whenever you're fluent in another language, or just fluent in 2 languages, 3 languages, 4 languages, whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm talking about. A lot of people, when we think of being fluent in another language, usually it's Americans, you know, of course, English is our language, and then being fluent in something else like Spanish, but it's good to be fluent in French if you can. It's good to be fluent in, you know, any other language. Because it can help the community, and it can also help you. It can help you acquire jobs that a lot of people can't qualify for, you know. So, hey, it can help you make a living. It can help you make a living. And it's just something to be, you know, I think being able to speak more than one language fluently, and even if it's not fluent, I think that's something to be proud of. Because you may be that person that can help out in a situation where someone needs help expressing themselves, you know. Albert, you were born in the United States? Okay. See, I wasn't sure, Albert. I wasn't even sure if you were in the U.S. But we're glad to have you wherever you were born, wherever you're from. We're glad to have you when you guys come into this chat, okay? The only thing that I would like is if you can, please Please speak English because I'm not fluent in any other language. I know some Spanish, but I'm not fluent in Spanish. So being fluent is and just knowing a little bit is big difference. Big difference, okay? Big difference. So for those of you who are fluent in another language, when those people come to the States, I bet you they can really appreciate you, okay? They can really appreciate you. It's just like when we leave out of the country, okay? When we leave out of the country, we can appreciate those from other countries who are fluent in English, right? We can appreciate those in other countries who are fluent in English. I do. I do. Going to another country, can it be exciting? But that is one of the scary parts about going to another country. What if no one there speaks English? What if no one there spoke English? That would be wild. That would be wild. Thank you guys for the thumbs up again. I don't push that. I don't fuss about that. I don't get an attitude about that. But what I will do is I will tell you that I appreciate that. Okay, I do. I definitely appreciate the thumbs ups. I appreciate any and everybody who came into this chat. You are appreciated. I appreciate YouTube. YouTube, we fuss. I don't fuss that much about YouTube. Every now and again, but a lot of people do. I'm not trying to fuss. It's their platform. It's like I say every day. You fuss about a job, right? You go to your, like, hey, wherever you are, wherever you work, if you clock in or if you're on a salary at some place, you fuss and fuss and fuss. What are they going to do? They're not going to be so happy with you eventually, okay? They're not going to be so happy with you eventually. I hate to compare it to a parent-child relationship because some people are too stubborn to kind of even open their eyes a little bit and see this. But your kids aren't going to talk back to you, right? And if they do, you're going to get checked. They're going to get checked, right? Okay, when you're on somebody else's platform, we have right to complain. We have freedom of speech. But just think about it. If you do it in a certain way, do you think do you think that's helping? Do you think that's helping? I can promise you that doesn't help. It doesn't help. That does not help. Okay? Because it belongs to them. If they say, we're done today, we're going to shut this down. If they say they're going to shut it down today, not because they have to, just because they want to, people would lose it. People would lose it. And the sad part about it is the main ones who would lose it won't even acknowledge that they've often badmouthed it. That they often badmouthed it. Okay? So no, you don't have to suck up. You don't have to do all that. But show some appreciation sometimes. Okay? YouTube, I appreciate the platform that you provide for us, okay? That you provide for me. I appreciate the platform that you provide for me. Okay? Okay? Will I fuss sometimes? Yes, I will. But at the end of the day, I appreciate it. Okay? I appreciate it. Watch Lines Prize Legs Move. We hope it encourages you to get up and move your own. Keep moving for 30 minutes, non-stop, okay? 30 minutes. You don't have to be a marathon runner. You don't have to be a track star. But you do want to put some effort in it, okay? You want to put some pep in your step. You want to put some in it, okay? And if you can't, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you want to put a little pep in your step, you want to have brisk walks. But if you can't, guess what? You'll work up to it. You'll work up to that. You'll work up to it. You will work up to it. And some people, maybe they don't want to work up to it. You know? Maybe they don't want to work up to that. They just want to get out of the house. They just want to see the neighborhood. They just want to go to the strip mall. They just want to go to the mall and walk. Everybody has their own reasons for doing what they do. Some are similar. I encourage people to move, to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving for health and for fitness. And for those who want to lose weight, to lose weight. For health, for fitness, to lose weight, to put yourself in a good place mentally, for your mental health, okay, your emotional health. Maria says, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, okay? I would appreciate it. Make sure that your notification bell is set to all. Don't miss this positive time walking with us. These positive walks and talks. Let's walk and talk. Let's walk and talk. Let's walk and talk. If you can't talk, that's okay. Just walk. Just walk. That is okay. Just walk. If you can't walk and talk, just walk. Sometimes we can walk and talk, but we just want to walk, okay? That's our me time. That's our me time. As you start to slow down and come to a finish right before you stretch, right after you stretch, you can do it right before, right after, one, the other, or both. Take you some deep breaths in and out, in and out, because we're about to wind down. AJ says, I will catch everyone on the next live. Have a great, thank you, AJ, rest of y'all's night. And I love everyone here. Got to get my kids settled and fed. Hey, we got to do it, AJ. Got to do it. Got to get those kids together. Got to get them settled down, get them fed, get them ready for bed, okay? Settled down, fed, and ready for bed. Tariq says he created a server for Spanish. I posted for the link on my community wall if y'all want to join. Okay, so Tariq created a server for Spanish. It's on his community wall. So you guys, if you're interested in learning Spanish, go over there to Tariq's house. There's a server. He has a link. Okay, it's on his community wall, and if you're interested in learning Spanish, go over there and he can help you with that. Okay, if you want to join, you can join and he can help you. See, I love it when people offer assistance. Okay, I love it when people offer assistance. Okay, y'all take him up on that. If you want to learn Spanish, take him up on that offer. Okay, it's on his community wall. So, what do we say over here? My appetite is my appetite. My appetizer is my warm-up. My workout is my entree. My cool down is my dessert. Okay? I had 2 cool downs. So this is the second one. I'm on here with you guys. We're talking, we're interacting, we're connecting, we're networking. And for some of us, we're just chilling. We're just chilling. Okay? We're just chilling. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. That's all we're doing. Just chilling. Just enjoying this Saturday evening, okay? Going into the night. Like Angel had to get some rest. Angel had fun today. I hope each and every one of you guys did something that was fun. Okay? Something that was relaxing. Okay? I hope that you got a chance to just have some me time. Me time. We rip and run every day. And I encourage me time each and every day. But for some of us, the weekends are a little bit easier. Maybe you don't work the weekends, so maybe you can enjoy a little bit more me time. Okay? And some of us do work the weekends. Some of us only work the weekends. And our weeks are still full, and they're filled with things that we have to do. Maybe you were in school. So whatever it is that you do, and whichever days that you have a little bit more time available, make sure on those days that you enjoy your me time, okay? Tariq says, now let's test yours. He's laughing. Brilliant. Albert says, it gives you some a heart. Brian says, Tariq, that's dope. Thanks for being a blessing. Yes. He says, it's pleasure. Tariq says, my mom speaks English and Spanish, but the Spanish only comes in when she wants my attention. Hey, that's how it is, Tariq. That's how it is. So on that note, you guys, I'm going to tell you, don't let bothered people bother you to the point of frustration, okay? Don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out, okay? Don't let stressed people stress you out. And don't go over there into somebody else's misery zone, okay? In that misery lounge, don't do it. Some people have a misery lounge. Don't go over there. Don't go over there and get in there. If you find, okay, that was a loud truck. If you find that you are in a misery lounge, leave, okay? Leave. You won't be there long. So I was about to say pack your bags and leave, but guess what? You won't be there long. Your discernment will kick in. Your intuition will let you know, okay? Because misery doesn't mean that that person is miserable. It means they love creating misery sometimes for others. So if you find yourself in a misery lounge, grab your grip and go, okay? Go back to your happy lounge where you want to be happy and where you may not always be happy, but it's yours and you don't have to worry about somebody else's coming in and interrupting your environment, okay? Okay? Interrupting your ecosystem. You want equilibrium. You want equilibrium in your ecosystem, okay? You want all things to be in place and in order. You want equilibrium. You want equilibrium in your ecosystem, okay? Tariq, that's how my mother used to do me. Tariq, what nationality are you, if you don't mind me asking, King? He starts laughing. Okay, he's American. Tariq is American. It's, you know what, that made me thought about, that makes me think about growing up and being in households and our friends coming back saying, my mom told me to do this 2 or 3 times, and then when she cussed, I did it. And your mom says, you don't understand English until I cuss. Y'all don't understand what I say. You don't understand English until I cuss. It used to be so funny, y'all. These days, now everybody thinks that anything like that causes so much harm to your emotional state. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, there are a lot of things that people do and say on a regular basis, a consistent basis, that does cause harm to growing kids, growing children. But some of these things are just, we wouldn't have it any other way, okay? And that was one of them. Your mom or your dad would say, you ain't satisfied until I cuss. You don't understand what I'm telling you until I cuss. Man, we would go back in our bedrooms and just laugh our butts off. Because they would be true, y'all. It would be true. I'm not saying it would be true all the time, but how many of you guys remember doing things to irritate or aggravate your parents? Intentionally. Intentionally. Now, some people couldn't. Some people knew that wasn't the route they wanted to go. But a lot of us knew how far we could go with our parents and how far we could push them, you know? We knew. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you, Brilliant. Make sure your notification bell is set to all. Don't miss any of this great content, okay? We hope to see you again. You guys make the content. I make the content. Together, we make the content. We want to keep moving those legs, those arms. Move your body. Keep moving your legs. Keep moving your legs. Keep moving your arms, okay? And if you can't move like the next person or like what you would call the average person, move to the degree that you can. Move to the degree that you can, okay? Albert says, but my mom and dad speaks more Spanish, but my daughter and my big sister, they speak more English. Brian says, Tariq, you are such an amazing young king. I have truly been enjoying you these past few weeks. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. You are a well-raised young man. Tariq says, I hope you have a great and restful night tonight. Peace and love forever and always. Thank you, Tariq. The same to you. I wish that for each and every one of you guys. And as I always say, peace, positivity, and prosperity. Peace, positivity, and prosperity. Okay? Without peace, there's often chaos. Without positivity, there's often negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity breed, roam, and live together, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. Okay? You have that potential to fail to prosper to your fullest potential. And we all want to prosper to our fullest potential, okay? So leave that alone. So keep moving your legs, guys. Keep moving your arms. Move your body. Move your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. Remember to stretch properly, warm up properly, and we will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. Albert, please watch the emojis, okay? 2 to 3 emojis is fine. Just watch the emojis, even if it's funny. Look at Tariq talking about muchas gracias. Tariq, I love Tariq. Tariq says we're going to learn this Spanish, y'all, okay? We're going to learn this Spanish. Bree says, if I lie ever, it sounds like you, Tariq, and I grew up in similar households. It does. It definitely does. It absolutely does. And Tariq's mom was a teacher. Imagine that. Imagine that. Having that access to a teacher is wonderful. Brian says, see y'all next time. See y'all next time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming in, each and every one of you. To those who subscribed, thank you. To those who just stopped by, thank you. To those who gave a thumbs up, thank you. YouTube, thank you. I appreciate you. Bye, y'all.